Hey everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a twin flame message, love message. And this is for the day before the new moon, or excuse me, the full moon, the strawberry moon. And I was just thinking, I said on one of my short videos that when I was reading about the strawberry moon, it said that June is named after the word Juno, and Juno means month of marriage. And I was just thinking about it because, you know, my mom and dad were married on the last day of June, June 30th. And so interesting because that's always been like, it used to be when I was wrapping up karmic relationships, it used to be a end of a cycle type of thing on that day. So it's interesting how Spirit puts everything together for us, but June is actually considered the month of marriage, the month of coming together, of relationships, of union. So it'll be interesting to see what this full moon brings in, because it's also about the forgiveness, the healing of relationships, and it's also about coming back into completion. And I think I told some of you guys that, you know, how Spirit puts the pieces together. I'm in this community choir, and we practice for a month or two, I think 2 months. And then we have like 4 concerts that we do at different locations. And it's funny because the other night the conductor said, he said, we have an eclectic, there's like a stack of music that we're singing, and there's an eclectic, it's eclectic. It's like some folk sounding music, and then some spiritual music, and then some Latin. And that's probably the hardest piece, but anyway, get to the point. He says that, we're talking about, he said, I really don't pick a theme for the concert, but then he said, but if I had to pick, one, the theme that I'm picking for this concert is shalom. And he said, shalom means wholeness and completion, or wholeness, individual wholeness and completeness within yourself. And I was just blown away. I said, wow, that is so intuitive of him, and then June being that month of union marriage, I was blown away when he said that. So it's funny how Spirit puts the pieces together for us about what's coming. So I have just a little tidbit there. I had 2 decks. I have the Divine Love deck. I'm going to get some messages from a person, and the Roots and Wings deck. So let's see, because I feel like part of what's happening right now is that healing of the root chakra, and that energy is coming all the way up to the upper chakras. So it's creating balance and alignment within the connection. So really beautiful energy. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what the messages are for this Sunday. Holy Spirit, angels and guides, what do we got here? Wow. What do we got for messages? We got 2 coming out. 1 more. And there's 1 sticking up out of the top of the deck. So I'm going to get that little bugger. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, the overall message and energy is soothing stillness. Find true peace in the stillness of your inner self. And when we sit in stillness, we are generating our power because we're in the now. We're shutting off the mind, and we're just sitting in complete stillness, and we're generating our power in that silence, in that stillness of not doing, is where our power and our creation is so so big. So that's going to be important today, is finding time, finding that true peace in the stillness. And you can see, like, they're sitting in the eye of the storm. There's all this storm going on around, in the water, in the sky. There's water, there's water, there's sky, there's earth, and yeah, there's earth and the air. You see the rain coming down there in the air. So we have all the elements represented here. So as we sit in the stillness, we're generating our power. We're creating. We're doing nothing, but we're still creating from the inside out. So that's the overall message. And it is soothing stillness. That's a really powerful way to label that card, because it does soothe you. It regenerates you. It gets you out of the headspace, out of the mind, and into the heart. And then the first card that flipped out was home. Return to inner peace and self-acceptance. Feeling grounded and at ease with who you are. So this is returning home to yourself, to that light and love within yourself. So, and we accomplished that in the stillness as well. So it's funny, this card came out, it's Spirit guidance for you, reiterating the same thing, that in this stillness we find true peace, and we find our home, our true home, sitting in the in the comfort of who we truly are, which is love and light and groundedness. So again, we have all the elements there, it looks like. Okay, and then we have adventure. Wow, embrace adventure and accept the uncertainties of life. So a lot of us are walking into the unknown, and this is, we may be planning some adventures where we have to take that leap of faith, maybe doing something we've never done before. And, it's accepting that, surrendering and acceptance, accepting what we can't control, and knowing that the universe has our back. And they will be with us through the trials and tribulation. Well, I shouldn't say trials and tribulations, but they will be with us on the adventures, during our leaps of faith. They will be with us. They will have our back. So this is really cool. So embrace any adventure that comes up. If you get asked to do something that is within your physical means and, within your means, say yes, Spirit is saying. And this is going to be, it's walking into the unknown, accepting, that you're going forward no matter what. And you're going to have your entourage of angels and guides and everybody with you. So you won't be going alone. You'll have support, you'll have the guidance from Spirit and the angels. Forward movement. This is just what I was talking about. Move forward from the heart, guided by your inner compass toward the future. I was just talking about this, how you are moving forward. And you may be moving forward, at first it may seem like you're moving forward on your own, but know that you and your person are coming together. You're coming together into balance and alignment within the heart and soul. And this is, knowing that both of you are being guided to, both of you are being guided forward toward each other, and it's through the heart. And so, so move forward without fear, knowing that you and your person, even though you may be in separation, you're moving forward together through the heart and the soul space and coming back into balance. And, there's up ahead, you're going to be, You're going to be reuniting with them at some point, and possibly into union for some of you. And this is, take it as it resonates for your journey. But this is, you are being guided by your inner compass, and so is your person. So you're moving forward, which is an excellent, excellent sign. And then we have empathy. Yeah, this is empathy, understanding others' emotions and needs, and listening with your heart. So, when you do come back together with your person, this is listening with your heart and soul, letting them guide the conversation. And part of communication is speaking words, but it's also listening. So allow them to take the lead and speak, and allow yourself to listen with empathy. I was going to say I was going to say empathic or empathy. Yeah, empathy. I don't know what I was going to say, but this is listening with your heart and listening with the compassion and empathy for them that you would have for any, yourself or for anyone else. So listening is going to be a huge aspect when you come back together. And not just for your person, but also for others as well. So this is soulful presence. Wow. I love that. Looks like a spider web and the target. And it's reflecting as above, so below. So to me, this says, without even looking at what the card says, this says that you're right on target with your connection. Yeah. This says to me, you're right on target with your connection. You're right on time. Both of you are right where you're supposed to be to make this as above, so below happen in this earth plane. So you're right on target. You're both right where you need to be. And this says, connect with your inner self, live in the present, and stand firm in your beliefs. So when we live in the present, when we keep our thoughts in the present, our words in the present, our inner selves in the present moment, we're standing in our power. And, when we do that, it allows us to connect with our inner selves all the time. So connecting with our higher selves, our spiritual selves as well. And stand firm in your beliefs. You've come a long way, baby. And, this is Spirit saying, stand firm in what you believe, about your connection, about your bond. Don't allow, anyone to steer you. You know what your intuition is saying. And so follow, the inner compass as you move forward. Remember the inner compass, the heart. Lead from the heart, move forward from the heart. And this is funny because look, it's got the same grid. So it's showing you from, each of you leading from the heart, and the bigger picture of the universe having a bigger picture, a bigger plan for both of you. And so allow yourself to stay firm in your beliefs as you move forward, and stay in the present moment as well. So those are the main messages. Let's get a message. And I had to burp, so release any fear. And you're going to, staying in the present allows you to connect, to stay connected inwardly, and also connect with your higher self, your spiritual self, which is that inward connection. So let's see what does your person have for a message for today? Any message from your person? Okay, we got 2 cards coming out. The bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So this is being analytical. This is being carrying the sword of truth. This is cutting out anything that no longer serves them or your connection. This is them being in that King of Swords, knowing exactly what they want, knowing, being analytical, being kind of unemotional because they know what they have to do and they're just going to do it. They're going to cut out whatever no longer serves them. It's happening. You know, they have the sword of truth. They know what's true and they know what's an illusion now. That's the overall message from them. And I like that this looks like a hawk and a lion. So a hawk is this looks like a hawk head. A hawk symbolizes messages coming, a visionary. So you message may be coming with this sword of truth, and the end of the animal looks like the lion, the strength. So they're going to be given, they're being given the strength and the messages. They're being guided to cut away what no longer serves them as well. And as are you. So, and here we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So this moon is bringing in the truth. It's the big part of this strawberry moon too. It's not just going back to wholeness and completion. I keep saying completion, wholeness and completeness. Maybe completion too, with the karmic cycles completion. But this is also illusions being revealed and the truth, you wielding the sword of truth, what's true and what's illusion. So this full moon is going to expose the illusions, and it's going to bring in the truth of, of your connection, of, the things around you. That's a huge theme for this moon as well. And this sort of truth is going to cut through any obstacles between the two of you, and look at how this is kind of got that strawberry color amid the yellow or the tan. It's got this strawberry color. So, yeah, one theme is that revealing of the truth and exposing the illusions. So, and then we have the Seven of Wands. This is, pounding away at, they're getting everything in order, as I'm sure you are working on your purpose, but they're getting everything in order. They're, pounding down everything that they need to have out of the way in order to come forth, out of any burdens or anything like that. So, they're pounding down and getting rid of all the things that may be holding them back. They're pounding them down, getting them out of the way to come forward to manifest this connection. So that's positive as well. But this moon is going to be so interesting and cool, I hope. No, I believe it is. I think it's going to be a very powerful moon as far as coming together and the realizations, the breakthroughs that are going to be happening for Twin Flames. So I love you guys, and I'm wishing you so many blessings and so much magic and miracles. Namaste.